What's going on, you guys? It is your boy, the American F1 fan, Eric Ringle here, and I am back with news today. What a way to come back. I'm back to 100%, but Andretti's not at 100% today, as we have found out that the FOM has denied Andretti entry into the Formula One Championship for 2025 and 2026. So let's get on into the reasons that the FOM gave for not allowing Andretti into Formula One. What's going on, you guys? It is so great to be back on the channel. I'm finally back. I'm 100%. I feel amazing. So much so that the first video back, we've got to talk Andretti Motorsport and Andretti F1, as today the FOM finally came down with the decision on whether or not Andretti would join the grid in 2025 and 2026. And as we've learned, Andretti will not be on the grid. And basically the FOM has said, maybe we'll check in again, in 2028. Maybe you can join the grid then. And it's really interesting. And I thought I would go ahead and pull up the article from motorsport.com just to kind of cover what the statement said from the FOM today. So let's just start with, just reading through it a little bit, and we'll just kind of cover it as we read it. So our assessment process has established that the presence of an 11th team would not, on its own, provide value to the championship. Are you kidding me? Okay, I could understand it if it was, maybe some of the other teams that that had thrown in their hat into the ring for, joining the F1 grid. Some of the teams that really just were not well known. Teams that just, they had no name recognition. But when you have a team like Andretti, who, is a huge name in the realm of motorsports, in Formula E, in IndyCar, just to be able to say that they would not provide value to the championship that is the first asinine statement, I think, in many that I read throughout this statement. And I just don't understand. And I do to as an extent. We'll get into that as we go through this. But it just boggles my mind. And I think it boggles a lot of fans' mind in Formula One as to why you would not allow a team like Andretti F1 to join the grid, but you have a team like Haas, and I hate ripping on them, but it's a fact. What value are they bringing to the championship right now? So then going on a little bit more into this statement, it says the most significant way in which a new entrant would bring value is by being competitive, and we do not believe that the applicant would be a competitive participant. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. If you're seriously in just that statement, those two statements alone in the first paragraph, and you're going to tell me that Andretti's going to come into the sport and not be competitive? They're already building a car for the likes of 2025. Like, they were literally building a car now, not, to get through the 2024 season, and they would be ready for 2025. They've been working with GM. They've got 125 employees just out of, Europe and North Carolina between the two bases, and they've really been, putting in the work to make sure that it's not just, another team joining the grid. It's not another, Caterham or Manor or HRT. Like, they want to be competitive, and I really can't foresee a situation where Andretti would, come into the sport and not want to be competitive. Like, it's just silly for the FOM to say something like this. So then moving on to the statement, it furthermore added that it felt having an extra team on the grid would put unnecessary financial strain on current race promoters. I don't even understand what that means. Most of these most of these tracks that we go to have way more than just 10 garages or, I don't know really what you mean by this. I think, if anything, it gives the race promoters, the current race promoters, something to really promote, that they're going to have Andretti back in Formula One. You've had the likes of Mario Andretti, who was, a staple of Formula One, who really stamped his name on the championship. You had Michael, who, let's be honest, didn't have the greatest of runs in Formula One, but you have him coming to Formula One, a guy who's won championships in just about every racing category he's been in. You are not putting any financial strain on the racing promoters. If anything, you're giving race promoters more fodder to be able to sell tickets to fans. And, for a sport that supposedly really wants to push itself in the United States and, really kind of, put their stamp on the United States, this is just a silly statement. And, the FOM really looks dumb for just one of the many stupid comments that they put out today. So now, coming to this part of the statement, they said, we were not able to identify any material if expected positive effect on CRH financial results as a key indicator of the pure commercial value of the championship. Now, I know that sounds like it's a bunch of legal jargon. It's basically a word salad of vomit that the FOM tried to put out there to, basically make everyone think, well, we're just going to lose money by adding an 11th team. And really, they even said it themselves, and it's not really here in this statement, but they said they don't see how Andretti brings anything to Formula One. They said, if anything, Formula One brings things to Andretti. And again, more stupid statements by the FOM. And I think we can all boil this down to one key word, factor, everything. And that is that the 10 teams that are on the grid right now in Formula One did not want to have to split up prize money even further than they already have. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade here. The Formula One teams that are on the grid right now, they all made their bitches and moans the minute that the FIA approved Andretti to come to the Formula One grid. They all bitched and moaned and said, they're going to take money away from us. Do we really need an 11th team? Are they really going to bring value? That's all literally the arguments that the FOM have put out today. It's literally the Formula One teams being butthurt at the fact that they could potentially lose a little bit more money in Formula One and have to spread the money a little bit more around to all 11 teams because prize money would be awarded to all 11 teams. That's literally all this is the FOM and all 10 teams saying, you know what? I don't care that we're going to make maybe a little bit more money. I don't want to have to give up the prize money that I'm going to get at the end of every season if we add an 11th team to the grid. We now have to dilute that prize money and pass it down to an 11th team. We don't want to do that. That's disgusting. Why would we want to give up money? That's literally all this is. This is the FOM saying we don't want to give out any more money than we absolutely have to. And it's totally ridiculous. And really the Formula One, the Formula One as a business, as a sport, really should be ashamed of themselves today. And I really, truly think that this is going to hurt. I don't consider this an U.S. Grand Prix of 2005, but a lot of Americans really believed that having Andretti on this grid and having a true American team on the F1 grid was really going to push this sport forward here more in the United States. And now that you do this, there are going to be a lot of US F1 fans that are going to, maybe think twice about potentially following the sport. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about Andretti not being allowed to join Formula One for 2025 and 2026. Do you think it was the right idea by Formula One? Or do you disagree with exactly what they said in their statements today? Guys, let me know that in the comments section down below. Guys, as always, if you like Formula One content, please slap a like on this video. Help the algorithm push it out to more Formula One fans. And guys, if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm back, like I said. I'm feeling 100%. I'm going to start putting out more and more videos. We've got car reveals coming up. We've got so much news of the offseason to talk about that I'm just going to do one big video talking about all the news that we've had in the offseason. So guys, you need to subscribe to my channel for that content. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And guys, for the American F1 fan, I'm Eric Ringel, signing off.